The book reading session had a great impact on me, which I will never forget. The 1 hour session was very enhancing and left a deep impression on me. I learned that the school books are not just for our exams, but it is for our knowledge too. I also learned that we should use the internet wisely so that we can benefit from it. It is a lifetime achievement for me, and ma'am's words are still in my mind.
This Olympiad examination helps for a better foundation of a subject, better understanding of a subject, and reasoning ability will be improved in a better way.
Our programs helps a student to increase their academic performance along with the reasoning ability, which is a base for any competitive exams to get an entry into institutions like IIT and IIM.
More than 200 employees working for this Olympiad exam in-house and thousands of coordinators across India, they are working for us. Here we have a separate departments for SME, curriculum design section, processing unit, printing unit, and the overall strategy planning unit.
My hobbies are listening music, dancing, playing basketball, and art and craft. Now I will throw some light on my work which I have done during my art and craft session.
My favorite creative activity is drawing. It is my favorite way of capturing the world around me and expressing my thoughts. Whether it is sketching landscapes, doodling characters, or creating abstract art, every drawing tells a story.
My favorite creative activity is drawing. I love bringing my ideas on paper, whether it's sketching, coloring, or experimenting with different styles. It helps me express my emotions and relax.
My hobby is acting. For me, acting is not just about memorizing lines, it is about building confidence, to learn communication effectively, and to understand different perspectives, helping me in various aspects of life. That is why I love it.
So my favorite hobby is researching. It can be about anything. It can be a research paper that I wish to write. It can be a summer school that I just have heard about and wish to get enrolled into. Or it can be any idea that I have and just wish to see it implemented. It's just that getting on a laptop and searching anything that comes to your mind and making something productive out of it, that excites me.
There are countless hobbies to mention in just 25 seconds, but my all-time favorite is obviously poetry writing, because it gives me the freedom to pour my thoughts on a piece of paper in a way which is uniquely mine, layered with complexity and depth. Sometimes it's hard for people to understand, but that's the beauty of it, and that's what I love about it, because I can express myself without the need for others to fully understand.
My favorite book is Ambedkar's India. written by Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar. This book highlights the vision of Ambedkar for an independent country and also focuses on caste system and its negative impact on our cultural society. It gives importance to social justice, equality and freedom for Indian citizens, especially for marginalized groups. This is the reason I love this book so much.
One of my favorite books is Wings of Fire by APJ Abdul Kalam. It's an inspiring autobiography that tells the incredible story of India's former president and scientific genius. From humble beginnings to achieving dreams, Kalam shares valuable lessons about hard work, perseverance, and dreaming big. His journey motivates me to pursue my passions fearlessly.
My favorite book is The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. It's about a girl named Katniss who has to fight in a dangerous competition to survive. I love how brave and strong Katniss is. And the book teaches us about fighting for what's right. And as they say in the book, may the odds be ever in your favor.
Okay, so one of my absolute favorite books to read is The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari by Robin Sharma. It's such a powerful read about a lawyer who has everything he needs in his life, but then realizes that happiness does not come with everything. It is a story about two friends who live a completely similar life, but then one goes on a completely different tangent. Every time I need a why answered to my questions, this is a book I turn to.
My favorite book is Atomic Habits by James Clear. People say when you want to bring changes in your life, you need to think big. But through this book, Clear reveals new ways of how minuscule change can grow into massive life-altering outcomes. Thank you.
My recent favorite is Shakespeare's Midsummer Night's Dream. It's a short, beautiful play which blends love, comedy, tragedy, romance, fantasy, all of them together effortlessly. But the reason why I love it is because you can empathize each and every character, because all of them have a positive and a negative side. You cannot differentiate them between black and white. And that's why it's a delight to read for me.
जय धारी माँ आप सबको. Mummy, thank you, gratitude. Children, very welcome. We welcome everyone from your school, your parents, our audience. Come and bless our children. I think it's a different, you all are, we've handed a very different world to you. We've handed over a very, very different world to you.
Yeah.
I think we as adults have done that together, and you're going to need skills. You're going to need life skills. But make sure while you're gaining and gathering your life skills, you don't create a disconnect with the heart and the soul. So don't do that. But I think we've handed over a different world to you. Ji, Mami, aap baat kariye.
I'm not sure whether they're understanding what you're saying, probably, but they'll get to realize it as they grow.
As we talk today, as we share today, we'll try sharing our thoughts with them, Mommy, because I think what we can offer is all that we've learned, our experiences. And then, of course, with the realization that they all also have their own journey.
Yeah.
So we'll try. We'll try.
Very good. Very bright set of children. Welcome to the show. And good afternoon to all of you. Good evening, rather. Good evening, Kanishka, Nikhil, Harshika, Anushka, Bhavanjali, Dakshani, and Janak. Hey, you got 7 of them today.
Yes.
How come?
रागिनी जी के स्कूल लकी इंटरनेशनल स्कूल के बच्चे हैं and Olympiad the lovely child has joined us.
Oh, I'm glad you have the Olympiad.
Anushka has come.
Anushka is from the Olympiad. Oh, we'll hear about the Indian Talent Olympiad from her. I think that'll be wonderful. Anushka.
We
We will
have
ask you to
you
tell
want
us.
to share thoughts on social media, then they have their little questions if you want to take them. So as you wish, then
Yes.
we'll have Ragini ji joining us. So
Yes.
we'll do all
First
of
of all,
those.
let me say how wonderful, how impressive you all you are, or all, and four, five, six of you are in your uniform. That's lovely. You're wearing your school uniform. You're proud of your school and like the color combination. It's off white and it's lovely black or brown. I don't know what's a great mixture. Lovely color combination. Very happy to see your qualities and the books you chose to read. And you're also talented. Harishka, and what I like about all of you is commonality is art, artistry in you. Of course, Nikhil has research, while most of the girls have artistry or they have poetry. So very good. And acting, even acting, paintings, research, poetry, acting, um, art, drawing. Excellent. Congratulations to all of you. I think your school is shaping you up beautifully. So let me say thank you to your school. Are you all residents of Jodhpur? Are you in hostels? Uh, Are you Nikhil? Are you in hostel?
No, ma'am. I am a resident of Jodhpur.
And Harishka? Harshika? Are you a hosteler?
Anushka.
No, Harshika. Harshika is from Jaisalmer. Harshika, can you hear me? Oh, I saw Harshika. I saw a name Harshika. Okay, anyway. Anushka, where are you from?
Good evening, ma'am. Currently, I am in PG in
Oh,
Bikaner for higher
in
studies.
Beacon. Excellent. And you qualified through, and you got the benefit scholarship of Olympiad?
Yes, ma'am. I'll
You
get
must be,
a scholarship in my institute. I have joined, and tomorrow my classes will start.
hey, wonderful. Our best wishes.
Thank you, ma'am.
And you got the Olympiad scholarship? You got a merit scholarship?
Yes, ma'am.
Very nice. You must be very bright.
Thank you, ma'am.
Lovely. And Kanishka, are you in a hostel?
No, ma'am, I'm not in hostel. I'm resident of Jodhpur.
And Bhavanjali, are you in also day scholar or a hosteler? Switch on. Yeah.
I'm a resident of Jodhpur.
Acha. Dakshani, I think the technology is turned it around. Maybe Sujata can check this out. Yeah, and now it's okay. Yeah, thank you. And anybody, Harshika, are you also, you're from Jaisalmer, Harshika?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you in a hostel there in
Yes,
Jodhpur
ma'am.
school? Acha,
Yes, ma'am.
lovely. So it will be interesting to see an experience between somebody who's in a hostel and the others. And Janak, you are in hostel? You're obviously Jodhpur resident.
Yes, I'm from Jodhpur.
Let's see the difference between a day scholar and a hostler. Harshika, what do you think is the difference happening between you as a hostler and your friends who are go home day scholars? Harshika,
Ma'am, can you repeat?
you are a hostler. You live in a hostel. What is the difference you are seeing between you and your day scholar students who are living in Jodhpur and coming from home?
Ma'am, first thing, they are living with their parents and they are they are having more facilities as compared to hostel. According to
Facilities,
me, this is a,
facilities
like internet facilities. If they want to search anything or if they want to buy anything, they can go and buy easily. But I have to take permission and I have to give application to my warden. It's a
and
long procedure.
acha. And the internet, what you said internet?
Means they can search anything they want, like about their studies or their interest.
Hmm.
I think what she's trying to say is that the internet in school, obviously in the boarding school, has timing that's regulated. There's a
Yeah,
watch on what you're searching. At home, you're at home.
let me ask her to explain what she thinks. What do you mean by internet? That she's
Ma'am,
aware. Hmm.
internet is something which we can use for
During the day, the school must be providing you access to the internet to do your research work or studies.
yes, it provides, but in hostel, like our teachers give us homework,
Right.
so they can easily search it through Google, through Chrome, but I have to ask from warden.
To do what kind of homework?
Like our teachers give, like yesterday, my English teacher asked me to search about Franco-Prussian War,
Then
and I face problems. I have to ask my warden ma'am. I have to take her phone and I have to, and then I search it. But my
don't they have
friends,
don't they have the hour for internet time for internet search to your so to your studies? You don't have timing for that?
no ma'am.
Acha. Oh, whereas others, of course, are at home and they can go to search it for any time. Did you not tell your school that since I wanted to research more on the internet, which is probably quicker and easier, even though, yeah, tell me.
Yes ma'am. We have written an application, and after some days they will provide us PCs.
Oh, I see. So is that a regular feature, daily feature, that you feel at a loss in research work from the internet?
No ma'am, not a. It's not a daily.
It's once in a while.
Yes ma'am.
Hmm. So now with this project, what would you do? You would tell the teacher you couldn't do it on the internet, and therefore you can do it only through the books.
No ma'am, I manage it with my warden's mobile phone. I manage it.
And how did your friends do?
Friends like day scholars or hostlers.
Hostlers.
Ma'am, actually, I don't know about them because they all are boys and they. I am living in ground floor and they are.
But you have other girlfriends?
But they are not in my class and.
Acha, they're different classes.
Yes, ma'am.
I
And
think it's cool, mummy.
yeah,
When I went to another school, that's how it
yeah,
is. It's very
yeah.
nice. They have a very nice regulated system when the phones and the internet and regulation is allowed. And the warden ma'am is actually quite blessed because they have care with them. They have protection. They can reach out to warden ma'am and talk. So I think the
Yeah.
school is it's all very blessed. Ji.
Yeah, unnecessarily. There is no unlimited access because in the unlimited access, some go haywire rather than staying on the focus of the research. Some are reportedly going haywire, going all over, and
Yes.
lose a lot of time and attention and the focus.
Ji.
Arishka, are you aware of that?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you think about it, Nikhil?
Yes, ma'am. I think unregulated use of internet, I think that could be a problem that students face on a daily because internet today, I think it is highly unmoderated, and what students are presented with, the content that they are getting, I think there should be some form of moderation on it because a young mind it'll change however whatever it sees and like what sort of content it sees. It is highly influenced by that. It cannot differentiate between what is virtual and what is real in their world, right? So I think that is how the students mind, it can be impacted highly if the internet usage is not moderated. So I think, yeah, that I think is my opinion.
What could be the form of moderation? Kanishka, what do you think? First of all, do you agree with what Nikhil is saying? Kanishka? Oh, Kanishka. Okay, let me ask Bhavanjali. Who will like to answer this question? Any one of you raise your hand? Who would like to respond to this question? Of what could be the internet? Does it need a moderation? In what form can it be? Yes, Janak?
Yes, obviously, internet needs a moderation when it comes to being used by students of my age. I've not thought about the forms of moderation, but yeah, it could be like obviously filtered the way there are few website, like they've started filtering a few websites based on the age you've given in your mail accounts, so they can just enhance, maybe they can enhance that technology and start filtering the content visible and the information given to the students, and based on their ages, based on the requirement they have for internet.
Maybe when you switch on the internet, the first question it could ask you is, what is your age?
Yeah,
What is your
what is your
age?
age, why are you using it, and then it can accordingly modify it and then present you.
And give you that information which is relevant for your age.
Exactly.
Uh-huh. What do you think, Harshika?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you think of this debate, which is ongoing right now between Nikhil, Janak, and you and others, started by you? What do you think? Can it be the internet be moderated, and should it ask you a question that identify yourself and what is your age of asking this question or using
Yes,
the internet?
ma'am.
What do you think?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you seen any issues where somebody's abused the internet because it's free all the time? You can say switch it on the whole night and use it, young or old. How does it matter?
No, ma'am.
Dakshani, have you come across? What are your views on this? I'll come to you, Nikhil, again, since I know your research background and your inclination towards. That's why I asked you first. So, Dakshani, what do you think? Switch on your mic, Dakshani. Your mic, Dakshani. Switch on your
Beta,
mic.
beta, unmute, beta.
Switch on your mic. I'm not hearing you.
Beta,
No,
unmute,
she's not
बच्चे.
hearing you either. Okay, let me go to Kanishka. Kanishka, what is your view? Switch on your mic and answer.
Yes, ma'am. Can you repeat? I was out of here.
Okay.
Children.
Anushka, you heard me? And those of you who heard me, Anushka, what are your views?
Oh, what's the problem?
Actually, I'm in outside from my home, and here
Ma'am, am I
environment
audible
is.
now?
Yes, you're audible.
We come back
Okay,
to
now
you.
understand the subject of debate. We are discussing the use of the internet.
Yes, ma'am.
We are
And ma'am,
discussing the advantages of internet limitlessly. It's not restricted to the hours. You can go on as long as you want. Because the debate started from the question of limited access to the internet in doing your homework, maybe. Like that's what Harishka said. But then we also had Nikhil to said, yes, there should be a moderations. So did Janak say. Could be good ideas to moderate how much you can use. What is your age? And internet could ask you this question when you check in and you put in your password. That if you are accessing a certain level of information, how old are you? The people could ask, and then that kind of information could be given to you. So what do you think? Now you got my question. Anushka, have you understood?
ma'am, actually, we have a guardian on us to watch on us because we are youngster and in teenager, and we don't know what we have to search and not what is good for us or not. And in teenager, as we are growing to be adult, and we don't know what are pros and cons of internet. But mainly as a student, what I think, we have to use internet wisely, with discipline and interactive. And what I must say, because I'm taking online lectures also, so while taking them, I get distracted from them with some notifications and etc. But my parents used to watch on me, but currently I'm in PG, so no one is watch on me. So I have to be attentive on myself and not to be destructive. So I must say that the age limit of many other things which are not useful for teenager is must be above 19 years,
Mm.
because
Okay,
we
good.
grow up then.
Mm. So before 19, there needs to be support to you to understand the difference between what is good for you at that age and what is not useful to you at that age. Is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Kanishka, have you heard it now by now? What are your views on it, Kanishka?
Yes, ma'am. My views are like almost same. There should be like age limits for them to use, because there are many distractions of the like notifications, and most of the children use like social media and misuse it. So they should have age limits.
What is kind of Nikhil? What is the kind of misuse, according to what Kanishka says? What is the kind of misuse which is becoming visible for you youngsters?
So I definitely agree with what all people have said here. But then I think completely setting an age limit on internet that, okay, you're just supposed to use internet when you turn 19. I think that is something where I sort of disagree with, because it's not just the mindless scrolling or the, unethical use of internet that is being seen around. The same reason that we are here connecting with you and learning from you. I think this is a positive form of internet connection. I think this is the positive aspect that we derive out of social media. And I also think that the connection and the communication which internet provides at this era, I think it is unparalleled. We cannot do that, right? Because what I think is, even Harshika Didi, I'm sure how she connects with her family back in Jaisalmer. I think that is, she connects to them via social media and stuff. So completely disregarding social media just on its negative aspects, I think that is also not something which is right. Yes, definitely, I do agree that there are mental health concerns. There are cases of cyberbullying. There is the FOMO that young people call as the fear of missing out. I think all of that is there. The distorted reality is also there. But then completely disregarding internet just based on some negative aspects that it carries along is not right, because everything today has a negative aspect. You cannot get anything right in this world without getting something wrong with it. So I think a powerful tool such as internet should not completely be disregarded to children. It definitely increases our, our world appearance, our presence on the social media or the internet. But then on some level, I think that is right too, because it sort of prepares us for a real world. That is where we learn that, okay, people are not always good as mama and papa. We are not just, restricting ourselves to those four people that we see on a daily basis. We get to interact with a lot of people beyond these four walls that we've created. And that is where it gives us the ability to think out of the box, step out of our comfort zone, or maybe even it gives us a chance to, interact with people with similar mindsets. And I think when social media does that, the growth that we get out of it, or the positive aspects that we get out of it, I think that is unparalleled. and I think it overshadows every negative aspect that social media has. So I think it is not the medium that is a problem. I think it is the usage that is a problem. I think that is what the youth is the biggest challenge of youth today is.
So if the usage is the real challenge, how can usage become more responsible? And how can you groom yourself for that responsibility? Who would like to answer that? Who? If it's because, as Nikhil said, I'll come back to you, Nikhil, again. Let me get others' views now. Yes, Janak, you want to say something? Yeah.
Um, Talking about the usage, it's a very it's a very, how do I define it? It's a very difficult topic to talk about and differentiate between the pros and cons of it, because every student, even over here, we are having a meeting with, has different reasons to use internet. Some might use internet to simply connect with their long lost friends over social media. Some might use it to research more and more about the topic they're interested in. Some might just use it as a medium to, you know um, finish the backlog they have in their classes. So it's, you cannot just simply make a scale that yes, a 16 years student should be using this much and all of these content should be covered. So that is, the it's a very difficult aspect to understand and filter it. So we need a very, you know we need a huge research on it. You cannot simply just go one day that yes, only the topics related to academics should be used by the students, only the topics related to so and so stuff should be used by us. It's something you cannot easily differentiate in black and white. So yeah, I cannot
You would like to say, while you are going on the internet, you're exploring. So you should have
yeah,
the freedom to explore.
freedom to explore. And that is what, is the problem with the teenager. The teenagers are with her, they have hormones, they have bubbling emotions, they have they have a different mindset than the adults or the children. So they really do not know what is right and what is wrong, like Anushka mentioned. So yes, exploring within the limits, yet you do not know what exactly the limits you are talking about.
How do you bring in those reasonable watch? If you need, do you need a watch, by the way, girls and boys, do you need a watch? Okay, let me ask you this question. At this age, do you need a watch? Let me ask Kanishka, do you need a watch? Yes, Anushka, you want to say something? Yeah.
Ma'am, may I?
Yeah, please, Anushka.
Okay, ma'am. Actually, I started today. I started studying for my 11th standard, and when I am attending a lecture on social media, I'll get distracted from my notifications on my phone, and I am just scrolling for half an hour, and I waste that time. And I think we should need an adult from us to watch on us while we are studying, because we don't know how much time we scroll, and this wasted our whole time, and this just disturb my timetable. And I must say that we have a adult on us, but we have to be disciplined in ourselves, because here no one is to guide me. So I have to be disciplined in myself, what I believe, and what everyone says, that age limit is not a factor. And yes, I agree that, because in every age we get distracted, not a limit of on it. So from internet I learn other skills also, painting, drawing, and etc. And ma'am, I have my artwork. May I show you,
Yeah,
if
yeah, please
possible?
do. Yeah, sure.
Ma'am,
You all
actually
have
this
been so
carry
artist.
my
Wow,
home. It is
lovely.
visible.
Yeah, it is very visible. Thank you. Please
Thank you, ma'am.
send it on your WhatsApp to Shakira or Ma'am Shivani,
Okay.
so they can put it into book reading session. Okay,
Okay.
they'll send it for other readers. Go ahead, because we've seen a glimpse of it. But do send it to Shakira or Shivani or anybody, any one of them connecting through the book reading sessions. All right. Okay.
So, ma'am, this I
So
learned from social media because from where I am, there is no tutor for these things,
yeah.
and I learned from whole this from internet while lockdown.
Oh, during
That
lockdown,
is very
you
helpful for.
learned it through the internet to draw and to paint.
But
Is
I
it?
say one thing I learned that I create a YouTube channel to put my drawings, and now social media is full of paid promotions, and now
Right.
I'm not getting any views, and no one is watching that, so I'm a bit concerned about it.
All right. So, but you go on regardless whether the people are watching it. At least it's your chronology, your record. At least it's your record on the net, isn't
Yes.
it? Yeah. Lovely. Okay. Anybody else? Other than I'll come to Nikhil again. He has a view. You hold your thoughts. Janak, you hold your thoughts. Let me see what others say. Vivanjali, Vivanjali, what would you like to say? What are your views on the subject? Switch on your mic.
बेटा अनम्यूट करो, बच्चे अनम्यूट करो.
Okay. If she's not able to unmute herself, let me go to Dakshyani. हाँ, now भगवान जी बोलो, आप बताइए, बोलो.
Ma'am, I was saying that if we watch internet, there are applications like Google Family Link, which allows the parents to keep a watch on what their child does, and this can allow them to track down what the daily activities is, and if they spend a lot to time on useless activities or the one which are not related to them or not beneficial to them, so they can talk to their children and explain them how they can use internet as a boon, rather than just uh, uh,
So do you do that?
rather than
Do
just
you do that?
using it.
Do you do that, Bhuvanjali? On Google, you link your family with it?
Yeah, when I was 13, it was linked, but since now I am 14, the Google does not have a family link for
Hmm.
the children above 14
Ach,
years of age.
ach, I see. So if, till 13, there is a family link.
Yeah. The email accounts of the parents are connected to those of the children, and the parents get to access what their child are watching, and they can also uh, establish some restrictions like for some apps that are not beneficial or can harm the child's mentality.
Oh, are you aware of this, Dakshani? The family link?
Yes, ma'am. Even Google supports
Okay, her internet connection is weak.
there
Let me go to somebody
is
else.
a option for phone, so there is an option for parent control, so all the parents can keep a track of all the activities their child does, and if a child misuses the phone, um, then the parent can get to know easily about the same, and they can stop the child and give them guidance.
This is only till the age of 14, as she said, or 16, or 14, or 13.
13.
13. Only 13.
Yeah, that's what. Let me
That's
see.
what you said.
Parental control.
Nikhil, what have you to say?
Yes, so I think parents' moderation or intervention in their wards use of internet, I think that is fine up to a certain age limit. Why? Because after that, I don't think it is that necessary, because this is because just that we're talking about social media, we are thinking that okay, there is a moderation between what we are watching and what we are viewing. But then, if you think about it in real life, then this is same as a parent standing over when you are talking to a friend. I'm pretty sure no one here would like that. No one likes their parents on their head while they're talking to their friends or their peers. I think that interaction is something which is completely different from what they have to say in their households. Why? Because an interaction with friends is different than what you have with your parents. And I think interlinking them together after a certain age, I don't think that is in the best interest of the child, because then there are some certain problems as well. The child may develop a certain sense of insecurity from their parents, or they would then try to hide more stuff from their parents, which they, originally would not. So I think everything, again, everything has an up or a downside. I think it just
It,
comes to how an individual need of every child is and what their parents think that is best for them.
okay. Anybody else? Anybody raise your hand who wants to comment on the ongoing discussion? Janak, yes. And after Janak, Bhavanjali. Okay.
I would like to add on to the point Nikhil stated about the moderation part by parents. I feel that teenage is also the age where the student actually learns what self control is. And having your parents, having a guardian over your head 24/7 will never teach you self control. You'll be used to it. Yes, when mama papa leaves, then when mama papa do not have an eye, I can do something which they won't allow me to. And self control comes in their absence, that yes, this is wrong, this is not good for me, and I shouldn't do it. That does not comes when you have a watch over you 24/7, when you have someone looking at what you're searching, what you're not, whom you're talking to, whom you're not. All of this comes with the absence of a guardian, with the absence of a parent. And what I feel is maybe weird, but I feel that us teenagers are very stubborn. And if you want to teach them that yes, you're wasting a lot of time over internet and you do not want the moderation of parents, because yes, you need to learn self control, I feel that give them the experience. Let them fail once in an exam, or let them be humiliated in front of people. Let them be embarrassed. And then, because self experiences is the best key for me as a teenager to understand that what exactly is wrong and right. Because sometimes I feel that my parents are just talking based on the experiences from their own generation, based on the experiences their parents gave them, and I do not listen to them. I ignore them, and that ignorance causes a lot of trouble. And then that the trouble I get into teaches me that yes, my parents were right, yes, my teachers were right. So yeah,
Good.
that's what I
Thank you,
feel.
Janak. Saina, I'll come to you. Bhavanjali? Bhavanjali, and then I'll come to Anushka.
I agree with what Janak Didi said, and we all know that the teenage is a rebellious age. So the teenagers would not listen to their parents unless they feel it by themselves. So what we can do is ask them to write what they did in the past hour, make a notebook for them, and they can write whatever they did in the past hour. And after they read that, they spend 2 to 3 hours or maybe 5 hours in just scrolling in the mobile phone, they would themselves feel ashamed of wasting their times, and maybe they could use that time in more beneficial activities, uh, which can develop their character, their mindset, or their skills. And that is why I think Google has set a limit of 13 years of age, because even that company knows that after 13 the children would feel it off as a burden and would try to get this family link out of their email.
So you are suggesting we maintain a self-controlled, self-managed log. Self-managed log. It would be interesting to go back to a program. I do not know whether this exists or not. Is to go back to the Google and get the day log of the usage of the internet. A day log. You get a. It comes back saying, okay, show me my day log of the usage of the internet through the Google. And of course, Google has a record, because Google has a full record of the way we are all using whatever sites we are visiting. See, they all have a log. So you can ask, give me my log of the day and analyze. And artificial intelligence today will also analyze for you how did you utilize the time. Because the moment you prompt to the chat GPT, you can prompt, this is my log of the day. What do you think has been the usage? And what is your suggestion? And maybe chat GPT will say, you could have shrunk this portion and you could have added it here to have a better utility. Chat GPT may do this if you would prompt it. Who wanted to speak? Anushka, you wanted to say, what's your comment on this?
Ma'am, I totally agree with you because I'll create my timetable from ChatGPT, and a application exists in the phone. Today I saw that because after wasting half an hour on scrolling, so I'll download that application and I destruct my social media apps after 15 minutes. If I use 15 minutes, the app will automatically closed. So I wouldn't be able to use that. And I also connect my YouTube with my father phone because I'm freely to share everything with my parents because they are just like my friends, and I like to share um, thoughts, every thought with them, because whenever I talk to my friends, I'll put on the speaker on, and my parents love to hear that, and they wouldn't be taunt me or and everything. They support me every time. So I must say that we have to download any application or connect our phone with our parents, because this have to be a limit, uh, because we don't know what are we doing on it. Our subconscious mind is very destructive, and which create very negative vibes from this misuse of phones, laptop, etc.
So you are constantly saying that there is an element of need for guidance, need
Yes.
for, it's like lead for mentoring, lead for subtle direction, not monitoring, not policing, but guiding as a
Yes.
mentor or as a tutor. Tutor does not, tutor guides you, but doesn't write for you. Anybody else you wanted to say, Kanishka or others? Saina, you wanted to say something? Yeah.
I'm going to take their side. I think they all are saying the right thing. And Harshika, thank you, Bache. We thank your warden ma'am for taking care. Because what you're saying is you need care.
Yes.
You need care. You need से अच्छा अभी बस कर दे, अभी पढ़ ले, अभी 2 घंटे बस कर दे. You need care. You don't need a watch or tutoring. You know, you need somebody to tell you अच्छा अभी बस कर दे, 2 घंटे बाद उठा लेना फोन. हाँ, अच्छा. What I want to also, mommy, mention is there's a lot of pressure on them also, because what I'm observing, we expect them to know everything also. And then we tell them, इस उम्र में ये बात क्यों कर दी? फिर जब हम कोई बात होती है तो हम कहते हैं तुम्हें ये भी नहीं पता था. So there's a lot of, they're supposed to be on their own also. There's a lot of expectations. Pressure word हटा देते हैं. There's a lot of expectations from our children. So we also, all of us, and we are so technology heavy now that we need technology every step of the way. Internet, social media, जो भी आपने उसको बोलना है, has become like a third language. और जिसको नहीं आती उसको डे टू डे लाइफ में भी चैलेंजेस आ रहे हैं. सब बच्चे कह रहे हैं कि 2 साइड्स है हर चीज के. और एक और बहुत अच्छी बात, ये जो हम आज कॉन्वर्सेशन कर रहे हैं, ये अपने में बहुत बड़ी बात है कि हमारे सामने 7 बच्चे 15-year-old are talking about the pros and cons. So the fact is, our children are aware that there is a side of social media which is best left alone. There is a side of internet which is best left alone. And let's focus on the positivity it's bringing to our lives. So they're quite aware of it. I think their challenge is the time they are investing into it. And how do they balance it? How do they space it out? Certain things are kept for holidays, certain things are kept for weekends. That's self-regulation. And they're aware of that also. So I think awareness is the first step. So that's good.
Anybody else wants to come in? Any one of you else wants to step ahead of you?
We are going to request Ragini ji to join us. वो principal है हमारे school के and coordinator.
Good evening.
Hello, Ragini. Hi.
कैसे हैं?
Namaskar.
Ragini?
Good evening. Good evening, Kiran ma'am. Good evening, Saina ma'am. And good evening to all my lovely students.
I know your school has been rated the best in the country, Ragini, and you too. Tell me how do you feel the
Thank you
debate
so much,
going?
ma'am. Oh, it's wonderful, and I'm really happy with the way that children, as Saina ma'am mentioned, that they are aware of both the pros and the cons of it, and that's the best part of it. It's all about, like I mentioned earlier, also metacognition. Cognition, that they're aware of their own understanding, their own learning. They know that what are they doing, and the main thing, why are they doing it? So that why should be there, and they should not be doing it mindlessly. So neither mindless scrolling, nor mindless hunting, not mindless searching. Nothing is good for them. But yes, being mindful of whatever that they do on the internet. That is, I think, the
I think
beauty of
it's a
it.
wonderful message of being mindless to mindful.
Yes,
Mindless
ma'am.
to mindful. Whatever you do, come to mindlessness. Now, this mindlessness and mindful. The challenge is, do you yourself become mindful, or does somebody else helps you? Whether it's an application, like Anushka said, or a parent, where some of you said, or you yourself have self-restraint. It's all about mindless to mindful. I think that's a wonderful option. Now, where some are needing help, some are good at self-help, some are at little alert. Somebody's sound is coming in. Somebody's mic. Can you, those who are not speaking, can switch off the mics? Yeah. Oh, good. That sound is now saved. So I think that's an interesting thing. How do you become mindful and alert, that not to be mindless? And how much time you lose in mindlessness, and how do you bounce back to mindfulness? I think that's a great, Ragini. Thank you so much for giving this beautiful mantra. Who's Smita? Smita's joined us.
Good evening, ma'am. I'm Smita Rana. I am the coordinator.
Acha. Go ahead. What is your view on
Ma'am,
that?
you have always been our role model. Our generation always looked up to you. And
Tell me,
Udan
what
was
is
my
your
favorite serial. Still, it is close to my heart.
Okay, now tell me, what's your view on the ongoing? Then I'll quickly have last few minutes also on the Netflix channel Adolescence, which is going on. 4 serials they posted in. I think we all can have a view. If we watched it, we could have a view. If we haven't watched it, the suggestion would be watch it, because teachers, parents, and youngsters all see it, could have a view on this. It's where the world is watching. Millions have watched it all over. It's become a global issue. Yes, Smita.
Ma'am, Netflix. I don't watch Netflix, so I don't have any idea about it. But about what they were discussing right now, so I always tell them to moderate their screen time and not use social media too much for chatting and all, but to build their profile and do some online courses and all. That is how we always motivate them to use internet and not misuse it.
So remaining mindful and not mindless use. Anybody else?
Yes,
Girls, girl and boy, which you wish to watch? Say, intervene. Anybody? Yes, Janak. Yes, Janak, you have a view.
So, in what aspect do you look forward me to answer about.
I think very interesting, as Ragini said, how do you remain mindful and become conscious that you're becoming mindless in the use of internet?
Right. So I feel starting with Netflix, particularly me myself, Netflix has that age limit. So the parent can set that the child is only recommended with the movies, the series, and shows of a certain age. You can filter it like 13 plus, 16 plus, and even I have controlled Netflix watch. I can only watch the 16 plus movies talking about it, and I feel that um going from mindlessness to mindfulness, it's a drastic change a teenager has to come, like has to face once in their whole teenage. You cannot just simply live without having or facing that change, and that all comes with exploring. That does not come with a strict regular watch, a strict guide. I mean, not guide, but a guardian. That comes with exploring, that comes with knowing everything around you and yet being able to ignore the stuff which is not good for you. So that comes with, when you bombard your child with a lot of things and then the child has to choose that what is right and what is wrong for me. That is how I feel you can become more mindful.
When I talked about the Netflix, I was asking you this pertinent question, which is the raging issue at the moment globally. Last few days is the Netflix serial which has come called Adolescence. And if some of you not watched it, you can watch it. It's called Adolescence. They put in only 4 episodes so far. It's all about a 13-year-old boy in a UK school who murdered by a sharp knife his girlfriend, and how he has been put on trial now. 4 episodes are talking about the trial which this young boy has said, how he is in a child juvenile detention center, and the kind of questioning he's going through, and also the kind of school environment which where the school environment. Second episode of that shows most of the children in the school are busy on the net, on their iPhones, on their phones, on their phone, whichever way the phone be, on the phones. So I would suggest, I think many, and the Prime Minister of UK has announced that this Netflix serial of this young boy who's this is an acting. This they I don't know what is the basis of the story, but it's exceedingly well acted so far, and I suggest you all watch it as teachers, as parents, as youngsters, and see what's going on and what's going on in the school. And in a particular episode of second episode, children are all seen busy on their phones, all on the phones, most of them. And the principal is having teachers having a hard time getting their attention. So I was thinking that if you have anybody seen you, raise your hand. If anybody's noticed it, if it's come to your notice, if it hasn't, do watch it. It's a rage. It's a international news all over, and it's all the use of the Instagram. Basically, it's a use or abuse of Instagram, and that's where notifications is a major issue. Anushka was talking about how they intrude into your concentration when you are reading, you are researching something, and here comes a notification, and then it distracts you, takes you to that particular reel or or a snippet of a particular section. So your concentration is broken. Yes, Ragini.
Ji,
Ragini wanted to.
Ma'am, I would just like to say that the journey from mindlessness to mindfulness actually is the learning experience for the child. And I somehow feel that there can never be all successes. There will be failures of their own part, and that will definitely get them to further enhance their learning journey. And this journey and this I should say series of learning, and wherein it's not just about being uh, successful at all times or being right at all times, because that's the pressure that children generally are under. That you have to be right. Any decision that you make, any choice that you choose, you have to be right at all times. I think that puts them under a lot of pressure. So letting them free, allowing them to make their own mistakes and getting them to understand that making mistakes is fine. But then what is more important is to learn from your mistake and then, rejuvenate, resurrect yourself and then start it again. I think that's the journey of going from mindlessness to mindfulness. Children with their own shares of learnings and failures and successes will definitely, find their way out of all of this chaos.
Lovely. Let's have a little round. Saina, I'll come to you last. Let's have a little round of each one of you have your view on the subject as a little roundup. Let me begin with we've heard Ragini. Now let's hear the student Anushka. Your roundup. After that, Harishka, Bhavanjali, Janak, Kanishka, and Nikhil. And then I'll come back to Saina last. So can we have a roundup as we round up this discussion? Anushka.
Ma'am, actually, I agree with you all, and Ragini ma'am also. Actually, we have to be a mentor as our teachers are great mentor. As I'm connected with my last school teachers, and they guide me to watch any new series which are useful for me, and they also connect with me every time to watch every new series episodes of any movie or anything else. So I must say we have a guide on us who guide us because we don't know what is right for us.
Always, yes. So thank you, Anushka. Let's go to Harishka. Harshika, what's your view on the subjects on the ongoing debate? Harshika. Switch on your mic, Harshika. Yeah. Your mic is carry on.
Ma'am, according to me, guidance is necessary for our children. Like Anushka said, that her teachers asked her to watch various series and episodes. In the holidays, my class teacher also suggested me a series, and I have watched it, and it is wonderful, and it is good to have guidance.
So you are being guided by your teachers time to time.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
whether it's a series or maybe even a book, because you've all
Yes,
come back, come here reading a book. Some of you read, one of you read The Atomic Habits, which is very good. So, okay, Bhavanjali, your view?
I think when a child is a toddler, he is more careless and does not care about what everyone says. But when the child becomes a teenager, he is very conscious about what the others think about them rather than their parents, and wants to become popular and wants to be loved by all of them. And in that process, he might go for wrong steps or wrongdoings, and he would at that time he would need someone who could tell them what is wrong and what mistakes he did and how he can uh, correct his mistakes, and that person can be his mentor. A mentor can be anybody, like his teachers or someone from his family, his elder brother, parents, anyone. And that mentor can help the child to understand his mistakes in fun ways also, like recommending the movies or books about that specific age from which the child can learn.
Right. Okay, Janak, your turn. You talked about
Yeah,
allowing them to learn by failure, as Madam
right.
Ragini said. Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Like in the starting, also, I mentioned that we learn from experience. That's the best way, personally, I feel a teenager has to understand anything coming in front of them. And I agree with Ragini, ma'am, that let us choose to decide. Like until and unless we are given the opportunity, like the way my parents do with me, they always first ask me that you decide what do you want. Until unless we decide, we choose, we are not satisfied. Like we are like, even if our parents choose for us, we'll have that some sort of, I don't know, that feeling is different. Like I cannot explain. It's like I wanted to choose. You're not satisfied with the decision taken by your parents, even if it's right for you. Until unless we are given the opportunity to choose, be it right, be it wrong, we do not learn how life works. We do not learn what mindfulness is. So yeah, I completely agree with the fact that give us the opportunity, give us a chance. That what do you want? It is right and it is wrong. It's completely, and we take the whole, the burden that it was wrong. It is our fault, but letting us giving us that opportunity itself brings in that self trust, the self control, the self confidence, that yes, we are capable of doing something right for ourselves by our own. That's what I feel.
Thank you. Kanishka, your view?
Yes, ma'am. According to me, that as you suggested that Netflix some series, but some parents don't they don't suggest. They don't know also. I think they should know, like some. If I ask my parents like subscription on Netflix, they only know that Netflix have that many bad series and that all. They don't know about the good ones, so they don't allow us to see that.
But no harm, as children, no harm knowing that worldwide there's a serial which is called Adolescence, which is depicting a life of a teenager, 13-year-old, as I said, who murdered his girlfriend for reasons what will come in the episode 5, 6, 7. But as children, as general knowledge, general awareness, I thought I'd share this with you. Your parents, if they don't wish to subscribe to Netflix and make you watch it, it's your choice. Certainly, it's your decision and your family decision. But I'm sure when you go back to school, your school will discuss this. I'm sure Ragini will create an opportunity where you might just get to see it. You never know. Because the British schools are going to show they are going to show it in the schools because it's concerned their school culture. Undoubtedly, our school culture is not the same entirely as the British school culture because our family situations and parenting is and school environment is obviously naturally different because of our own civilizational heritage. So it will come. Maybe I thought I'd just let you know. Before I come to Nikhil, let me come to Dakshani and then I'll come to Nikhil. Yes, Dakshani, what is your view?
Ma'am, I totally agree with everyone's point, but I agree that there is necessity of guidance for a child for from the parent side because parent side, and also at some places the parents should give or leave a child to learn from his or her own experiences and and also with our parents that we should have a word with our parents that see this is a series recommended by my teacher, and I really wish to see this, and if you feel any doubt you can accompany me while for watching this, so this will have a benefit of uh, spending time with parents even.
Okay. Nikhil, your viewpoint?
Yes, ma'am. So coming back to that mindless to mindful change, I think everything that we've talked about till here, I think that's completely valid to a student who wishes to bring change. But then it all comes down to a student who wishes to bring change in themselves. So either it is about quitting Instagram, quitting Netflix. It is about making a change. I think it is that student's intention that will drive him forward. It is not their parents. It is not the school. I think it is entirely up to the student. I think students should, if they wish to bring a productive change with the use of internet, I think they should be self-aware. They should know that if I click this next button, if I scroll one more reel, or if I click on that next episode button, what is going to happen? Do I really want that to happen? And do I really need that to happen? Will that bring any productive outcome to my life? if we develop that sense, if we develop that mindset, I think the use of internet and the productivity that we get out of it will skyrocket. It's just that, and even there are apps to support what I'm saying, because many apps now, instead of like completely abandoning you, like completely stopping you from accessing the said social media apps, what they do is, they, as soon as you click on the app, they set a timer, they let you, and they give an instruction to breathe in and then breathe out. I think that is simply telling you that, do you want to do this? It's just a matter of question, and it's just a matter of the intention of what we wish to bring out of it. So the use of internet is like a use of any other tool that we've seen so far. It's the use of mobile, it's the use of calling. It's just a tool. Google search is just a tool. What you search on the Google is what you derive out of it. So it's completely up to the student, the intention student has of using that particular site or particular app or the whole social media thing as a whole. So I think that is my view on it.
Thank you, Nikhil. And Saina, could you have a pay? Then I'll have last word from Ragini. Saina, after you.
I think we parents need a lot of faith in prayers, and we need our children to explore the world. We do need that, with, of course, complete care, mindful care. Care also needs to be mindful. I'm going to be leaving. Yes, care also needs to be mindful now. I'm going to leave a little thought with all our children, because they obviously have a very, very strong mind of their own. Maybe you can carry this home and it can remind you. Tell me, do you grow a seed or a tree? I mean, do you plant a seed? Do you sow a seed or a tree? Do you sow a seed or a tree? You sow a seed that has the potential of becoming a tree. So your teenage years are like a seed. Now you decide. Every decision is going to either take you closer to becoming a tree that's going to bear fruit, or we'll have to stay a little buried under the ground and keep doing our little work to sprout up. You decide.
The nutrition you provide.
You are sowing a seed.
The nutrition you provide.
The seed is going to be buried under the ground for a while. So a lot of work happens in the quiet years. A lot of work is going to happen when you're buried under the ground. That is a phase of life you all are going to go through, because you want speed, you want success, you want numbers, you want a lot of life before time. You want a lot. You are seeking a lot before time. But you must understand the seed needs its time to be buried under the ground, grow, and there are different stages to a tree, and the fruit comes last. So if you want to be a fruit-bearing tree, go through the process mindfully. Go through the process mindfully, in your case, would mean, can you all make a resolve today after the program? I will try my best to make nourishing choices for myself in all aspects of life. They will be selfless, they'll be caring, they'll be mindful, they'll be nourishing. Can you just make that resolve, and then that will reflect in all aspects of your life, not just social media. Okay.
Automatically, as Nikhil said, it's a tool, and you use your tool accordingly. Right, Ragini, can we have your last word as an educationist, as a teacher, as a principal of the school, Lucky International School?
Thank you, ma'am, first of all, for giving me this opportunity. And I would like to simply conclude by putting this, and I've always maintained this with my children, I would like to repeat it here on this platform. Our children have immense potential. For our children to understand that potential is not a final destination, but it is actually the horizon, my dear kids, that you can actually push as much as you want. It is you can actually grow your potential, and for that there are multiple ways of doing it. Internet is just one of them. Parents, society, your peers, all being a part of it. So I would want all of my children to understand their true potential, realize their true potential, keep pushing it till your limit, and ensure that limit is only set here, up here in the mind. So set your limits right here, and you will realize that actually, even as we say, sky is the limit, sky is not the limit. So do not limit yourself. Give yourself that opportunity of learning. As I said, success comes wrapped in failures inside. But then, and the beauty of opening up that packet is that learning journey of yours. So make the most of it and be mindful in whatever that you do, whether it is internet or whether it is social media. Be mindful of all that you do.
And as very beautifully said by Steiner, nourish the seed of your tree within every day by your positive thoughts, positive attitudes, and as Ragini said, very mindful living and not mindless living. Mindful living will keep tell you when it is becoming mindless. When you're mindful, it will tell you that you've gone off the track, come back to the mind. So mindfulness will become an awareness for you to come back to mindfulness. So it's a lots to take along. Your program has gone live. I hope you know that. This book reading's gone live on your Demonstrative Learning channel and all our other channels which we have. And it's therefore going to be permanently on record for you to revisit it, to share it amongst your friends and schools and parents and relatives. Now, I do not know whether the back end Shakira, Shivani, and Sujata and others can come up to say hello to them. Can they? Can you all come, Shakira, Shivani, and say hello? Sujata, can they come?
I think we can take 9 or 8 on the screen in StreamYard.
They can come one by one. Let them come and go. There's no space, ma'am. Okay, let me have 3 drop out. 3 can drop out, and others can come. Yes,
I'll drop out, ma'am. I'll drop out with just a message for your entire team, who is immensely hardworking, and I mean, so painstakingly they have been following up. Thank you so much to each and every team member, and my gratitude, heartfelt gratitude for all of them. Thank you so much. I'll leave on this note.
आप रुक जाइए, मैं जाती हूँ.
अरे नहीं साइना मैम, आई थिंक मेरे बच्चे तो मुझे रोज देखते और सुनते हैं. आई थिंक आपका प्रेजेंस और आपके विचारों का आदान प्रदान जरूरी है.
बाहर के बच्चे देखना चाहते हैं आपको. साइना के ड्रॉप आउट.
मैं जाती हूँ मैम, आप रुकिए मैं जाती हूँ.
और in place of Saina, Shakira, can you come and then you drop out? Shivani, can you come and then you drop out? Sujata, then you come, you drop out.
जयधारी माँ आप सबको, एंड बच्चों खुश रहना और हंसते खेलते रहना and stay healthy.
Hi,
And ma'am,
Shakira.
thank you ma'am.
Shakira, come up and say thank you, and then you drop out, and then Shivani drop out, turn by turn. Go ahead. Here you go. That's Shivani. That's your friend Shivani, who will be connecting with you and staying connected with all of you and sending you regular book reading session message, morning nutrition and others. So you're staying connected. That's Shivani. Hi, Shivani. Shivani Arora. Okay. All right. Next, Shivani, Shakira. Can Shakira come? Who handles your all your technology issues? Here, that comes Shakira. Shakira, can you come up? Don't worry, you're looking good. Shakira, can you come? There you are. That's Shakira. Here you are. Hi. Say hello, Shakira.
Good evening. Good evening,
you
children.
Want to say anything to them?
Good evening, Ragini ji. I've been speaking to them.
Good evening.
I know that. Yeah. Lovely.
And let's Sujata join.
Yeah. Let's have Sujata. Hi, Sujata. So Sujata, technology working for you? She's been had. There you are.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
So
Hello,
here's
everyone.
a young team which manages your team, your work. See this? I have a beautiful young team with Saina and all these young girls. They're all young. Nikhil, it could be one day you volunteer here to have a boy with us in our team. Yeah.
Definitely.
Anybody else? Anybody else would like to come in, Sujata?
No, ma'am. It just
Thank you.
us.
So
Thank you,
wish you
ma'am.
well. So you have many messages to take home, and it will be a memorable. And we are going to stay connected. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Best wishes. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.